Sometimes fishing is boring and the ending is predictable. However, some days rarely go as planned because the participants get more than they bargained for. Well, it does leave room for interesting conversations on the internet. In this video, we explore the 15 things fishermen capture that nobody was supposed to see. Number 15. Man pets a shark. No one, not even the bravest angler on the planet, would dare start a fight with a shark. That being said, some people would play with the animal though. It's better to engage in a fight because it meant that you'd be armed to the teeth, but the play could mean you ended up in that shark's belly. This man was fishing when this hungry great white shark approached him for a meal. He was excited at the humility of the animal, mainly because the moment was filmed. It didn't take long for the shark to change its mind and try to attack him after getting what it wanted. He was lucky that the great white shark didn't sink his boat or drag him along with it. Number 14. Mermaid. Mermaid stories have been featured in several legends across the world. Sailors, fishermen, and sunbathers have reportedly seen these marine creatures all about. They've sometimes washed ashore after strange animals attacked them beneath the sea, but in other cases they become the predators, lurking around ocean waters searching for prey. They've been captured in Zimbabwe, where they're pretty dominant. Some years ago, construction workers fled the site of a dam, saying the mermaids were operating within the vicinity. Despite the government's efforts to woo them back on site, they refused for fear that they might be attacked. Locals also recount an incident where the mermaids in Zimbabwe drowned 2 boys. This led to fear in the minds of the citizens, especially those who believed in the existence of the mermaid. Number 13. Snake bites man on the nose. This has got to be one of the craziest videos you can see on the internet. Who fishes in the river with their hands and faces? Well, no one except this man in this clip. He and his friends went to a local river to fish, but rather than using a net, he thought it was better to use his hands. Luckily for him, he excelled at it, but this was short-lived. As he dived into the water to get another batch of fish, a snake gripped his nose and nearly chomped it off. Had his friend not come to the rescue, he would have left the river without a nose, or at least with a broken one. His friend used his slippers to hit the slithery creature off his nose and rescue his friend. I'm guessing he learned the greatest lesson of his life. Number 12. Fisherman accidentally catches a shark. Because of global ocean regulations, most fishermen don't hunt sharks deliberately. Even when they do, they hide from the authorities and animal rights organizations who might sue them. When this fisherman mistakenly dragged a shark onto his boat, he did the right thing. As he hauled his full net into the boat, he noticed it was cumbersome, unlike what he expected. Of course, he was more excited about this because he thought he got a big catch.
Holy shit.
But after spilling the contents, he realized that a shark was part of it. The animal was actually pretty calm about this. He was more interested in eating the smaller fish in front of it. The fisherman beckoned to his colleague to help him throw the animal back into the water. They carried it and then tossed him back into the water where he sort of just slunk away. Shark got lucky this time, but it might not mean nicer fishermen than these guys. Number 11. Diver finds sleeping sperm whales. Do whales sleep? Yeah, of course they do, but they only spend about 6% of their time sleeping. Therefore, the chances you might see a sleeping whale are slim to almost none. However, this diver was lucky to catch this strange sight. He saw a group of whales sleeping and stopped to observe them for a bit. While they were asleep, these animals did have a part of their brain still functional and could detect threats in that state. The whale started to realize that somebody was monitoring them and woke up to find out why. They allowed the diver to move with them and didn't hurt him, provided he moved from a safe distance. Number 10. Boy catches hundreds of piranhas. Piranha are notorious for being one of the more dangerous fish on the planet, especially if you watch horror movies. However, the meat they have is pretty good, used in several dishes and soups. This leaves people wondering how fishermen put their lives at risk to capture them. Well, it turns out that while most people put their lives on the line to catch piranhas, others found easier ways to get the job done. The man in this clip dips a piece of meat in the water to attract the piranha, and after they've attached themselves to the piece, he brings it out and shakes them off into his boat. He's standing above them with his legs on a piece of wood. Careful not to fall into the boat because doing that is offering your toes as a quick meal to the dangerous animals. This method of fishing is rampant and safer than previous techniques. Next time you sit to eat a plate of soup cooked with piranha, think of hunting them and imagine what could have happened to the fisherman had he missed a step. Number 9. Live grenade. Fishermen often find sea monsters or strange creatures in the water, but some discoveries are the most unexpected. The world's oceans house all things, even the ones your mind can't really imagine. One such shocking sight is a live explosive in the water. You might imagine this discovery was made on a battleground or military barracks or that crazy veteran you have over there. Well, a fisherman actually found a live grenade while fishing in his local river. He didn't want to make his neighbors scared, so he phoned the police secretly to secure the device. He wanted to know where the grenade came from and how it made its way to the Little Calumet River. The craziest part is that explosives and old guns are actually frequently found in lakes and rivers. They're often captured by magnet fishermen. This style of fishing is banned in many European countries for fear of dredging up World War II bombs that could still be active. Number 8. Giant Ancient Antlers. You ever ask yourself where mythical monsters come from? They weren't a figment of any random man's imagination, but had roots in most prehistoric animals. Experts say fossils inspired them. For instance, it's easy to imagine what a dinosaur looks like by looking at its skeleton. Really, all you need to throw in is a wing or two and have the perfect picture for the ancient creature. When a fisherman found 6-inch wide antlers, he imagined that it was some extinct variant of the moose species. While he was pretty close, he was still wrong. After a quick investigation, he discovered it was a 10,000-year-old giant elk. Although it wasn't scary, it got everybody talking. Had experts not waded into the sighting to define what the creature was, might have been subject to countless debates still going on. Number 7. The coelacanth. One of the stranger sea creatures ever captured by fishermen is the coelacanth. They were once believed to have died with the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. Therefore, it's easy to doubt anybody who says they've seen them in the depths of the water or on the surface. Since their discovery in 1938, they've been found to have a healthy population, with each individual living up to 60 years. Healthy adults grow to 6.5 feet long and weigh up to 198 pounds. Scientists say 2 species of coelacanth live near the Comoros Islands off the east coast of Africa and in the waters of Sulawesi, Indonesia. It's believed that the fish possess features of the earliest steps in the evolution of fish to terrestrial amphibians. The chances of finding this fish while swimming is slim, but should you find them, they're pretty translucent. Number 6. Baby Dragon. A Russian fisherman caught a bizarre-looking creature from the ocean depths and didn't know what it was. Trust the internet to christen it with the most suitable name they could find. They called it a baby dragon. The strange creature was captured in the Norwegian Sea, and while strange creatures have been captured at sea, this one takes a different turn thanks to its massive eyes, long tail, and pinkish color. It also does have something resembling wings on its side. The creature's image generated controversy since it was shared, and many internet users were stunned at the finding. Experts confirmed that it was a chimera famously called a ghost shark despite speculations. However, this one looked different from the regular ones, probably because it was captured at a depth of over 3,000 feet. Number 5. Flying fish. Birds fly, fish swim. These aquatic creatures are sometimes under pressure to do otherwise. You see a fish on the water's surface, you gotta be concerned, especially if you have what they like. They might jump at you to get it. Some fish species, like the barracuda, are notorious for taking chunks of a fisherman's catch as they try to haul it aboard. They set their sights higher and launch themselves right onto the boat, and sometimes these fishermen are unlucky to not see the warning signs.
Barracuda.
Marlin are also guilty of going after what they want by force. These 600-pound animals can crash into your boat and may also spear an unfortunate person. In one crash on a charter boat in Cairns, Australia, the people aboard thankfully didn't suffer severe injuries, but getting out of the situation didn't come easy. Those guys are heavy. Number 4. Barry Hunter catches a friend's skull. 2007, Barry Hunter captured hundreds of fish and spilled them in front of him. He confessed that it was one of his biggest catches since his career as a fisherman. However, he was astonished after finding a skull among the fish. Since he wasn't a fossil expert, he submitted it to the authorities to conduct their investigation. The police and forensic department were invited to uncover the details behind the finding. They discovered that the skull belonged to his missing friend, Brian Allison. They were drinking buddies in their childhood days, but Brian went missing after drowning in the ocean. He wasn't found until that day, and his family mourned his loss in good faith. After the skull was traced to him, it brought closure to his family and friends, who are now at peace, knowing they have something to hold on to. That being said, it's now time for our unknown topic. A subscriber sent his cryptic photo to us because it was trending in his class, so I thought to feature in this video to ask of your own opinion. That being said, Number 3. Mermaid emerging from the water. This picture's been around for some years now. It shows the muddied body of a young girl emerging from a river. Some claim she's a mermaid, while others think it's photoshopped. A subscriber sent it to us since it was controversial and going the rounds again. Also, I don't really know what to make of it, but if anybody claims it was a mermaid, this might be true, given countless stories of mermaid encounters in recent times. I don't think the originator of this image has anything to gain from lying to the world that the picture was confirmed when it is fake. Moreover, if you show this image to people living in locations where mermaid sightings are rampant, they'll confirm to have seen something like this around the water. Mermaids are thought to have long hair and fish-like tails, and this image somehow matched the description in my head. Number 2. One-eyed shark. You ever believe the existence of other one-eyed animals? Why would you doubt that of a one-eyed shark? An unknown man rendered Photoshop obsolete after allegedly finding a strange shark. The sightings believed to have occurred near Baja, California by a commercial fisherman. He didn't release the videos of the animal, but pictures only. This led many internet users to call it a fake. One user noted how the poster stylishly used his hand to cover one part of the shark's face in a bid to convince the audience that it had one singular eye. Another user said he brushed the eyes with Photoshop. Nobody took the picture seriously, as they did to many other strange sightings. They insisted that he brush up his Photoshop skills further. Scientists, on the other hand, say that this finding could be genuine, drawing references from when a pregnant bull shark was captured. It was pregnant with an albino cyclops bull shark. While extremely rare, over 50 cases of similar abnormalities are recorded in fish. Number 1. Freaky toothfish. The freaky toothfish is one of the scariest creatures in the sea. Not terrific due to their size, but their human-like teeth. These teeth grow up to 35 inches, making them even scarier. Most have 2 to 3 rows of teeth with a strong bite power. While they only feed on plants and small animals, humans are pretty scared of their appearance.
Going back.
Unfortunately, they're victims of water pollution as our actions affect them negatively. While they are also delicious when cooked, they don't produce enough meat. They're great swimmers and are typically seen along the Gulf and Atlantic coast of the US. See you all next time!